WJTS Sports presents the Heritage Hills Patriots versus the South Spencer Rebels. This game is brought to you by DuBois County Tire and Supply, McDonald's, Carpet Warehouse, Eubler & Sons, Mariners Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning, Holiday Foods, Mike's Auto Sales LLC, and Jaws Collision Center. Now let's go down to the field.
So Abe, Heritage Hills has gotten off to a very fast start and gotten South Spencer back on their heels, and the Rebels haven't been able to recover.
Yeah, last 3 years when Kolb was quarterback and we got off to terrible starts, you just can't play catch up against the Patriots. They're going to run the ball. They run the ball too well.
So looking at these two teams, for South Spencer, the quarterback, Garen Kinney, 5'11", 140, a sophomore. He's 24 of 44, 233 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 1 interception. He's run it 4 times for a negative 14 yards. Through the air, completing 55% of his passes, throwing for 78 yards a ball game. The leading receiver is Kyle Olmstead, 6'1", 160, a junior, 6 catches, 130 yards, and 3 scores, averaging almost 22 yards a catch and about 43 yards a ball game. Leading rusher is Rylan Davis, 5'9", 155, a senior, 22 carries for just 86 yards, 1 touchdown, 3.9 a carry, and 28.5 yards a ball game for the senior Rylan Davis. For Heritage Hills, the quarterback is Camden Shipp, 5'11", 150, a junior. He is 4 of 9 passing for 36 yards, 1 touchdown, 3 interceptions. He's 9 yards of completion, throwing for about 12 yards a game, completing 44% of his passes. He's rushed it 24 times for 65 yards on the season without a touchdown. The leading rusher among the starters tonight is the fullback, Evan Bowling, 6 feet, 245 pounds, and a senior. 19 carries, 111 yards, and 1 touchdown, 5.8 yards per carry, 37 yards per game, with a long of 12. The actual leading rusher for the Patriots is Skylar Staples. He will not start tonight. Staples, 28 carries for 166 yards, 3 touchdowns, 5.9 yards a carry, 55.3 yards a ball game for Skylar Staples. The slot backs tonight for the Patriots, Braden Durham, 6 feet, 185, a sophomore, 2 carries for 6 yards, and Luke Rickelman, 5'8", 165, a senior. As he comes back from that serious leg injury last year, he's carried it 11 times for 25 yards without a score on the season. The leading receiver is actually Skylar Staples, 2 catches, 29 yards. Clay Radigan is the leading receiver, 3 catches, 56 yards, and a touchdown. Radigan, 6 feet, 180 pounds, senior. He's averaging just under 15 yards a catch on the season for the Patriots. Rebels out in their home uniforms. They've gone back to the white football pants this year with the blue uniforms, red and white stripes on the sleeves, the white helmets with script Rebels on the side and the blue and red stripes down the middle. Patriots going back to a very familiar road uniform, Michael. This is the one that have great memories of from the Hoosier Dome back in the day, from the year 2000. That's the white pants with the red pants with the white shirts and the red helmets, almost the all-red look road jerseys for the Patriots.
Yeah, the Patriots have actually been mixing up their uniform here for the last few years. Kind of interesting. They have blue pants and the dark shirt and the white shirt. Sometimes they wear blue and white, but yeah, you're right. This is traditional white pants and red pants and white shirt.
So we're about set to go. Patriots will defend the north end zone, Rebels the south end zone as we start this one. And Ethan Hill has it teed up for the Patriots. He puts it on the right hash at the 40-yard line as we're set to get this one underway. Not much wind tonight, really at all. Flag atop the scoreboard outside the north end zone is pretty limp. And it is Trey Burden and Ashton Tyndall, the 2 deep backs for the Rebels. Hill approaches, and he will drive one high and end over end far side. Tyndall will come up, play it on a hop, take it across the 10, the 15, and gets hammered just as he crosses the 20-yard line, and that's where the Rebels will start 1st and 10.
It's a pretty big hit. I couldn't see if that was Ross Temple or
Number 33.
Yeah, so that's Braden
Durham.
Durham, yeah,
Durham.
Sophomore.
So the Rebels will start 1st and 10 from their own 22-yard line. As we start this football game, Garen Kinney leads his team to the line of scrimmage. Kyle Olmstead splits wide to the near side. One man wide to the far side, kind of a wing to the far side, and an I formation behind Kinney. And he will give it to his fullback off the his tailback rather off the left side, and a couple of yards off the left side, up near the 25, maybe call it the 24. 2-yard gain for, I believe, Ryland Davis. Or was that?
Yeah, I think it was Davis.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he'll pick up 2, and it'll be almost 3. It will be 3 to the 25, 2nd down and 7. Same formation on 2nd down. The I formation, tied into the near side. Kenny underneath center. He'll take the snap, and he will roll near side. Wants to throw. Fires on the run to the near sideline. Juggled and caught. Beautiful catch out there by Ashton Tyndall, 6'3", 220-pound senior. Tipped that one to himself and held on inbounds at the 27, 28-yard line, and it will be good for a Rebel first down.
Yeah, that was a great catch by Ashton. Good throw by Garen. Ashton's the only one who could catch that one.
Yeah, unstoppable play there. If he's going to tip balls to himself like that, that's going to be hard to stop.
Out of the shotgun for the first time, Kenny. 4 wide receivers, 2 to each side. Takes the snap. He'll roll to the far side. Right-handed quarterback fires on the run, and it is caught, and it'll be another first down for the Rebels. That is Tyndall making another catch over there. Caught it about the 42 and able to dive forward up. Actually be just shy of the first down, just shy of the 44. Actually, now they'll look at it and signal first down. So a 10-yard reception.
Referee says that's a Rebel first down.
So 2 quick first downs for the Rebels. And they are up to the 44, 1st and 10. 10:45 to go in this opening quarter.
Rolling out, making that Patriot defense move.
Back to the I formation. Kenny underneath center, takes the snap. The sophomore fakes a reverse, rolls to the near side, fires on the run. Almost intercepted. In front of that pass was Brendan Chew, the strong safety in coverage in front of the receiver, and almost had the pick.
Yeah, Brendan Chew, a little guy, but man, he's all over the place. He's a fireball, and just about had that laid out. Had the ball in his hands, couldn't bring it in.
So
Yeah,
go ahead.
Garen probably should have tucked that one and ran it. He had a lot of open field there in front of him.
He's making those DBs make a big choice there,
Yeah.
whether to come up and stop him or guard the pass.
Trips to the near side on 2nd and 10 out of the shotgun. Kenny fires a bubble screen to the near side, and it's knocked down at the line of scrimmage. Ross Temple, I believe, knocked that one down, and it's 3rd down and 10.
I think he saw that coming. I think Ross knew where he was going, and he went for the spot where he thought the ball was going to be and knocked it down.
So after a couple of incompletions, it's now 3rd and 10 for the Rebels at their own 44 after picking up a couple of first downs in this first drive of the football game. Olmstead, Roth, and another man wide to the near side. Tyndall wide to the far. Out of the shotgun, actually out of the pistol, is Kenny, and he'll give it on a draw, and this is Ryland Davis. Finds a hole up the middle, has running from 50, breaks outside 45, 40, still going 35 to the far sideline. He's dragged down around the 30-yard line and just inside the 30.
Davis up the middle.
Official got knocked down there about the 42-yard line.
About a 28-yard run for Ryland there. Good run.
Big 3rd down conversion and kind of a slant draw that time. Abe picked up big yardage.
Yeah, it was a good play. It's a good play call. He threw the first 2 downs, and probably thinking he was going to run on 3rd down, and ran a little draw there. Good yardage.
Trips to the near side for the Rebels. One to the far is there in Patriot territory for the first time. Out of the shotgun is Kenny. Takes the snap, gives it to Davis veering left. He gets hit in the backfield and driven back. Evan Bowling caught him a couple of yards deep in the backfield and did not let go. And Kenny will lose a couple of yards. It'll be 2nd down and long for the Rebels.
Loss of a couple.
That was Ryland Davis on the carry there.
I don't know what I said, but yeah, you're right.
He lost 4 yards.
Davis, the ball carrier, not Kenny, and Davis lost 4, 2nd down and 14. 2 wide to the near side, back to the I formation. And Kenny will take the snap, he'll fake it, he'll fake the reverse, roll near side, stumble a bit, now fire on the run, and just short of his intended receiver, Ashton Tyndall, up at the 25. Could not get to that one, and now it's 3rd down and 14.
Jesse Weatherholt in pursuit there. Jesse's kind of letting that roll out there. If he take a step up field a little bit there, he controls that rollout a little bit better, but they're getting him to suck in just a little bit.
Yeah, he wasn't able to get his shoulders turned, because we had a guy open down the field. He just wasn't able to get his shoulders turned to get much into the pass.
Yeah, Jesse was right on him.
Yep.
Just under 10 minutes to go in the opening quarter. 3rd down and 14 for the Rebels. Out of the shotgun, Kenny, 2 wide to the near side, 1 to the far. He'll take the snap. Kenny rolls to the near side, fires on the run, and that ball is caught. Kyle Olmstead dives inside the 25, up to about the 22. He's going to be shy of a first down, but it makes an interesting decision here. It'll be 4th down and 3. Now the Rebels without their normal place kicker tonight, so this is pretty sure a go-for-it situation for the Rebels.
Yeah.
Down around the 20-yard line. 4th and a long yard. Short 2. They'll go out of the shotgun. Davis to Kenny's left, 2 wide to the far side, 2 to the near. Kenny takes the snap. He'll roll to the far side. Wants to throw, fires on the run, and threw it short. Boy, he had a man open, Abe. Yep. Tyndall was there, but Kenny just threw it short.
That's another incident. Garen's got to keep going and get his shoulders turned so he can get some throw into it, some legs. He was running out there open chested, and it's hard to make that throw across your body.
Yeah, he saw that guy open.
Yep.
He saw, I better get it there, because that's kind of been the game plan, get rid of it when you see that guy. But he just,
that comes back to being fundamentally right there. It's easy. It's an easy pass, but if you don't get your shoulders turned, it's going to go right in the ground, and it did. But overall, that's a good drive by the Rebels to start the game. So
real good. Some big plays there.
Part of that maturation process for the sophomore.
Yes, absolutely. And he'll just get better as the year goes along. I'm sure they're going to have him over on film looking at it right now.
So Heritage Hills will send a man wide to the far side, Radigan, I believe. And Court Schaefer wide to the near side, and this one is blown dead before it starts.
Timeout.
Patriots had to take time. They were about out of time on the play clock. 8:47 to go in this first quarter. We're scoreless in the Spencer County War. Back after this on 103.3 The Fix Sports. First play for Heritage Hills, and it's the dive up the middle, and Evan Bowling, the fullback. Big running room, still going all the way out to the 50-yard line. Broke 7-8 tackles on that play. There is a flag that came in at the 39.
I think it's a block in the back.
Yeah.
But Bowling just refusing to go down and busting through tackle after tackle.
You're not going to tackle him high. They better go for his ankles. Stay low.
Might take a knee to the head, but
yeah, it's
your
Friday night football. You got to go. I mean, you got 2 days to recover for Monday.
It is an illegal block in the back, but the flag was 14 yards downfield from the line of scrimmage, so it'll still end up being a decent gain, and it'll be first down and short.
Brings up 2nd down for the Patriots.
The down marker still back. There we go. Now he'll move up. Yeah, it'll be first and about 3. 1st and 2 for the Patriots out of the flex bone. Wide receiver to each side. Man in motion to the near side is Brendan Chu. And it'll be the quarterback, Camden Ship, keeping it out into the open. 50, 45, 40, trying to outrun the Rebel defense. And Kyle Olmstead from his cornerback spot, the guy that caught him all the way up at the Rebel 33-yard line. So that time everybody went to the fullback, Abe, and nobody accounted for the quarterback, Camden Ship.
There's 11 people out there, and they got 11 different assignments. And, if one person doesn't do their assignment, and it happens. Big plays will happen.
I got him for 38 yards on that. That was 17 on the first one and 38 on the second run. Patriots doing a nice job getting into open field.
Again, Court Schaefer wide to the near side, Clay Radigan wide to the far. Chu and Durham are the slot backs. Durham in motion to the far side, and they'll pitch it to him. The sophomore looking for a hole, finds one, and he'll keep his feet as Jackson Roth almost cut him down for a gain of 4. Durham kept his feet, and he'll get inside the 30 all the way up to about the 26. He'll pick up 7, 2nd down and 3. So the Patriots off and running in their first drive. 7:46 to go in this opening quarter. We're scoreless. Rebels had a good drive to start the game, picked up several first downs before turning it over on downs at the 20. Patriots driving back into Rebel territory. One man wide to the far side, that's Radigan. Tied into the near side in the flex bone backfield behind Camden Ship. The junior quarterback takes the snap, and he'll go to Bowling, trying to find a bit of a seam, bounces to the outside to the right, and he'll be right at the first down marker where he is spilled. No signal yet, but it appears like it'll be just short. 3rd down and short for the Patriots.
Brings up 3rd down for the Patriots.
Yeah, they stuffed up the middle there, and Evan bounced to the outside, and they were able to get him down.
Yeah, we came up and hit him at the ankles that time. He went down.
Hit him somewhere below the knees, or you're going to have a
You're not going to tackle him upstairs.
Back to the wishbone formation, and the Staples brothers in at the running backs, and it'll be Skylar Staples getting the call. And Rebels were all over him as he got the handoff veering right and got a bit of a gain, but may not have gotten to the first down marker. It may be fourth down and short for the Patriots.
Yeah, Hayden Darnell from the middle linebacker made a good read there. He was able to take a good angle and tackle him in the backfield for about a loss of 1 yard.
Ball at the 24. Patriots would need the 23 for a first down. They'll go for it and stay with that wishbone formation. Ship underneath center will take the snap, and he'll go to Skylar Staples one more time, and he is stacked up, trying to fight his way forward. It will just depend on a spot.
I think he's a little short.
I do too.
Trying to run off the right side of the Rebel offensive line, and the white hat signals a first down.
Never even measured it.
Forward for a couple.
So 1st and 10 for Heritage Hills at the South Spencer 23-yard line.
He must have got a little push here at the end when he going down because he was stuffed in the back behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, I didn't see how much push the offensive line got either. They may have been a little further ahead than I thought.
Motion to the near side, and the pitch comes to Brendan Shue, one of the slot backs, off the left side, and he'll find some running room. Grabbed around the ankles by James Vaughn, one of the Rebel linebackers. Down at the 16-yard line, it'll still be about a 7-yard gain for Brendan Shue. 2nd down and 3.
This is where the Patriots really have to, concentrate and focus and get that ball over the goal line without fumbling, without turning it over.
Shue in motion again to the near side, and the give is to the fullback Bowling, and he bounces off
Fumbled it.
tackle. Fumbled the football forward, and
Yep.
South Spencer will fall on it about the 4-yard line. And the fumble bug again by Heritage Hills, and Michael, I think that just literally came out of your mouth.
It did. I mean, the Patriot, it becomes a plague almost whenever you have troubles with that, and you could just tell the teams kind of tighten up a little bit, but that's
Bowling got spun around there, and we were just grabbing the whole time, and the ball just come right out.
he's a determined runner. He
Yep.
wants to get forward, but you got to hang on to the
And
ball too, even
sometimes-
though you're fighting to get that extra yard.
Sometimes getting that extra yard causes fumbles.
The ball rolled forward about 5 or 6 yards. Rebels recovered it at their own 2, so the Rebels start backed up to their own goal line. I formation, Garen Kinney underneath center. He will take the snap, and he'll give to his fullback, and that is Ashton Tyndall, trying to find a little bit of space. Didn't get much, and may have even lost a little bit. It'll be 2nd and long.
He got 1 yard there.
About a 75-yard drive for the Patriots ended in a fumble, but they have field position in their control right now.
Kenny in the shotgun, standing in his end zone a yard deep. 4 wide receivers. He'll roll to the near side. Fires on the run, and it is caught. The second-level receiver is Kyle Olmstead, makes the catch, steps out of bounds around the 15-yard line, and that will be good for a Rebel first down.
I didn't know who he was throwing it to, but it was
They had
good
Jackson
pass.
Roth underneath,
Yeah.
and it was over Roth's head. Roth thought it was to him,
I
and then Olmstead about 5 yards behind him
yeah.
had it right in his belly.
Wasn't a pretty pass, but it was
Yeah.
exactly where it needed to be.
Made the quarterback look good that time.
4 wide receivers again. Kenny in the shotgun sends a man in jet motion to the near side, fakes it to him, gives it to the fullback Davis up the middle, and Davis spins his way up to the 20 before he is dropped. 5-yard pickup, 2nd down and 5.
Davis on the carry.
So both of these offense able to move the football. Rebels turned it over on downs. Patriots fumbled inside the 5-yard line. Second week in a row they have done that on their first drive of the game.
Yeah, it's good momentum for the Rebels here. They putting a good drive together here and hopefully put it in the end zone.
Stay with the shotgun and 4 wide receivers. Kenny sends a man, Jackson Roth, in motion to the far side, fakes it to him and gives it to Davis, and the Patriots were all over that. Ross Temple got him before he could get started and dropped him for a loss of a yard or 2 back to the 19, 2nd down and 11.
Ross is just holding his ground there. He had a couple guys on him, but Ross is holding his ground. I think he had a feeling where that ball was going to go, and he made a nice tackle there at the line of scrimmage.
Temple, not a tall guy, 5'9", but 195 pounds. He's pretty solidly built in there, and defensive tackle. So now back to third down and almost 6 for the Rebels. A long 5 yards to go. Out of the I formation, Kenny will fake the handoff, rolls far side, fires on the run, and that ball is caught, but hit immediately and dropped. The receiver that time by Braden Durham. It was Jackson Ruff on the catch, and he'll be just shy of a first down. It'll be fourth down and about 2 or 3, and the Rebels will be forced to punt. Good open field stop by the linebacker Durham.
Yeah, he was coming hard. He knew that route was coming, and his guy coming out of the backfield there, he's coming hard. He couldn't get to the ball to stop the completion, but he was right there to stop the run.
On 4th and short, Patriots will send one man back deep. That is Skylar Staples to his own 40. Kyle Olmstead is the punter, back at his own 11. The Rebels split 4 guys out wide in punt formation. High snap. Olmstead gets it down and will rush to get a kickoff. Sidewinder, short. Fair catch called for, made by Staples at his own 49-yard line. And Abe, a great job by Olmstead just to get that ball and get rid of it.
Yeah, that's he's flirting with disaster there, but Kyle he's pretty athletic. He'll jump up there and grab it and get the punt off.
Yeah, that seems to be a reason why coaches always tend to put an athlete back there at punter.
Yeah.
So Heritage Hills with very good field position. They'll start from their own 49-yard line. We're still scoreless. 2:21 to go in this opening quarter. Patriots have Schaefer wide to the near side and Radigan wide to the far side. Flexbone backfield. Chu and Durham are the slot backs. Bowling the fullback, and it'll be Braden Durham off the right side, and he'll get a yard or two before he is spilled. James Vaughn coming up, filling the hole and getting Durham after a 2-yard gain, 2nd and 8.
Ashton Tyndall in there, too.
That may have been 23 instead of 33 there, yeah.
Not for sure Vaughn's even playing. He was out last week with an ankle injury.
He's out there.
Is he?
I see him.
Okay, yeah, I see him now.
So football at the Rebel 49 for 2nd and 8. Patriots again with a wide out to each side in the flexbone backfield. Ship, the quarterback underneath center, takes the snap straight back to pass. 5-step drop, looks, flush to the far side. Now he'll tuck it and run. He'll make one guy miss, pick up about 2 more yards and be spilled at the 47, where it'll be 3rd down and about 6.
Patriots ran some goal routes there, trying to hit a big one there.
Yeah.
And the Rebels were right there. Our defensive backs did a great job just sticking with their man. They're not getting caught looking in the backfield.
Yeah, he looked away. Ship looked away like he was going to come to the near side and then went to the far side because that was the guy he wanted to throw to, and he was covered like a blanket.
I saw him dropping back there. I was looking for a screen.
3rd and 5. They actually gave him the 46-yard line, and they'll give it to the fullback Bowling, and he pounds his way forward.
No, he didn't.
Ended up falling forward to the 39, but unlike you, Michael, I thought at the end the way he fell forward, it looked like the ball might have come loose. It did not.
I thought the ball come out too. I was like, oh no, he fumbled again.
So the football to the Rebel 39 as Bowling picks up 7 or 8 yards on that play, and it's a Patriot first down. We're under a minute to go in this opening quarter, scoreless. A wide out to each side for the Patriots, flexbone backfield. The motion to the near side is Chu, and they'll give it to the fullback. And Durham Bowling just bowling over people. Gets about a 10 or 11-yard gain all the way down to the 27-yard line. Just punishing some guys in the secondary at the end of that run.
I think the Patriots really worked on that quarterback to fullback handoff because it was such a mess last week and caused all kinds of problems. But they seem to be doing great this time. Evans got to make sure that he gets that ball from his quarterback, though. That's got to be part of his responsibility.
Wide out to each side, flexbone on 1st and 10 from the 27. Chu in motion to the near side. He'll get it, trying to get outside. And great play by James Vaughn, shooting through from the weak side and getting Chu around the ankles and dropping him back at the 29 for a loss of about 3, 2nd down and 13. And that'll be the final play of this opening quarter here in Rio in the annual Spencer County War. The Rebels and the Patriots are scoreless on 103.3 The Fix Sports. It's a scoreboard after 1 quarter of play in Rio, along with Abe Bartlett and Michael Cruz. I'm Steve Kolb, Heritage Hills with the football. Second down and about 13 yards to go at the South Spencer 29 after a loss on first down. As we start quarter number 2, Ship takes the snap, little reverse coming to the near side, and that is Skylar Staples, and he'll get up to the 25-yard line before he is spilled. Hayden Durnall, one of the guys in on that stop for the Rebels. Pick up a 4, and now it's 3rd down and 9 for the Patriots. The big story of that first quarter was Heritage Hills, again, fumbling inside the opponent's 10, trying to drive for a score on their opening possession, just like they did last week. And so, well, the Rebels had a very good opening drive as well. Neither team has dented the scoreboard. Patriots on 3rd and call it 8. A wide out to each side, flex bone backfield. Shane Staples in motion to the far side. They fake the pitch. Ship rolls near side, fires near side, and overthrew a wide open Evan Bowling up at the 20-yard line. Threw it hard and threw it high, Michael, and Bowling could not reach that one.
Yeah, he just needs to get it out there. He didn't really have anybody on him. Needs to get it out there catchable. Evans slows a little bit, although that route, sometimes they tell you to go ahead and take that out there. Sometimes they tell you to kind of fade where the open spot is. That's something, that's kind of an intangible thing that you got to get worked out between quarterback and receiver.
Patriots will go for it on 4th and 8. It would be about a 42-yard field goal for Ethan Hill. They decide that's a little too far. And now timeout for South Spencer. Rebels almost jumped there, and one of the Patriot coaching staff actually called the timeout. 11:16 to go in this first half. We're scoreless on the Angelo's Pizza scoreboard. Back after this on 103.3 The Fix Sports. Make sure that they are all on the same page for a 4th and 8 play.
Yeah, see what the Patriots do. They've thrown to tight end so far this year, a time or two, and they've also thrown down the seam in these situations. So
4 wide receivers, Schaefer and Shane Staples wide to the far side. Actually, just 3 and a wing to the far side. Back to pass. Ship fires far side, and that ball is intercepted. Kyle Olmstead has it up the far side, 25-30. It's Trey Burton, 2, not 3. Beg your pardon. Burton with the interception and takes it all the way out past the 25 to about the 28-yard line.
Yeah,
Second Patriot turnover.
Heritage quarterback seems like he had a pretty good arm. That's the first time I've really seen it. He just overthrew his receiver there.
Yep. He can zip it out there.
Yep.
I think his receiver fell. I think his receiver got his feet caught up in there and was not exactly where he wanted to be.
He was kind of behind him a little bit from the angle I had. Just, if he leads him, he might have a touchdown.
They'll put the football at the 30 for the Rebels. 1st and 10 from their own 30. I formation. Wide out to each side. Kenny will take the snap, and he'll go to his tailback, Rylan Davis. And Davis fighting for yardage and gets only about a yard to the 31 as he was driven sideways. Brody Ford, 6'1", 210-pound junior nose tackle, one of the guys in on that stop. They'll say no gain, put it right on the 30, 2nd down and 10. Approaching 10 and a half minutes to go in this opening half of play. We're scoreless on the Angelo's Pizza scoreboard. Tyndall and Burden wide to the near side. 3 men wide to the far, empty backfield for the sophomore quarterback, Kenny. Looks near side, fires near side. Tyndall the catch, nearly had it ripped out of his grasp, hangs on to it.
He did.
Fumbled it as he went to the ground.
Called it down.
They will say it was down. Patriots come out with the football, but Tyndall, who's a little slow getting up and is still on the ground at the 33, will pick up about 3 yards on the play. It'll be 3rd down and 7, but first the Rebel training staff will look at Ashton Tyndall, who is up and limping off the field a little bit.
He got hit hard. The first Patriot missed him. He was able to elude him, and then 3 guys just whacked him simultaneously.
I think he was somebody had over his ankle, and he's trying to twist out there, and he looked like he's holding his ankle over there. He'll be all right. He's a tough kid.
Trips to the far side, 1 to the near. Davis to the right of his quarterback. Kenny takes the snap, looks, gives it on a draw coming near side, and Davis pounds over a tackler at the 37, up to the 40 before he is driven backward, and he'll get the 7 yards needed and pick up a Rebel first down. Ross Temple for the Patriots comes away with the football thinking he's got a fumble, but the officials had ruled that Davis's progress had been stopped.
Ryland's not the fastest kid, but Ryland will run hard. And, it's something we've missed in the last couple of years. And
he got hit pretty hard there, too, and was able to spin just enough to get that first down.
Well,
he's
check
tough.
that. There was a flag on the play, evidently. So there, flag against South Spencer. I never actually saw it.
I didn't either.
Flag's back at the 29. So.
Oh, yeah. That's a dirty flag, isn't it?
Where's it at?
Boy, there it is, yeah. The 29-yard line. It's a hold against the Rebels. Puts the football all the way back at the 19-yard line for third down and about, 30? Or no, about, I'm sorry, 21.
Looked like he washed his car with that that flag before he came today.
Twin protectors around Kenny. He'll fake the reverse fire as he was hit. That is caught and juggled and held onto in a jump ball by Ashton Tyndall. But it's only about
He dropped it.
Oh, he did end up dropping it. Okay, they ruled it incomplete. So fourth down coming up, it would have only been about a 5-7 yard completion. Would not have been nearly enough for a first down.
That was not a very good pass for Guerin. He just threw that ball up. And that's the things that
He
get
was
you
hit
picked
as
off.
he threw that one too.
Yeah, Jesse Weatherholt was right in his face, and he should have taken that sack. You don't want to take sacks down there that deep, but he almost gave up a pick six. Could have.
Yep, that's what I thought was going to happen.
Olmstead standing at his own 5, gets a better snap, gets a high sidewinding kick angled to this near sideline. Will land at the Patriot 48, take a Rebel roll inside the 40. Skylar Staples will just turn and walk away from that one, and the Rebels down it at the 38. So pretty good punt there by Olmstead with the roll, and Heritage Hills will start at their own 38 with 9:08 to go in this first half. We're scoreless on the Angelo's Pizza scoreboard.
Well, the Rebels have got what they wanted. They have bent a little bit on defense, but they haven't gave in yet. And they're right there with them. That's all you could ask for.
Yeah, 0-0 game. Patriots moving the ball pretty well, but the turnover bugaboo, it's just something they've got to get past.
Court Schaefer will split to the far side. Flexbone backfield. Got a tight end there. Weatherholt to the far side. Camden Ship takes the snap, goes far side, and this is a different fullback in there.
It's Furch.
Braden Furch, and he slipped and put a knee down right at the 39. It'll be a gain of just a yard. Second down. He's tried to cut back to the middle of the field and lost his footing. Second down. Actually give him 2 to the 40. Second down and 8. Radigan splits wide to the near side. Schaefer wide to the far. Flexbone backfield. Furch and the two Staples brothers, I believe, are the wings. Skylar Staple in motion to the near side. They'll fake it to him. Ship keeps it himself and gets wrapped up there. 3 Rebels in the backfield to wrap Ship up. And Michael Camden, a good job just not to lose the football on that play.
Yeah, they were all over him. It's like they read it. Like they heard him, heard his mind thinking what he was going to do, and they were right there.
Who was that? Abe,
Ashton Tyndall. They moved Ashton out of his linebacker spot. He read that well and just ran and tackled the quarterback.
A wide out to each side. Flexbone backfield on 3rd and 10 now. And Ship will give it to his fullback. And Braden Furch will get a couple up to the 41, but not nearly enough for a first down. They'll actually say his knee went down back at the 40. And it'll be 4th down and 8. And the Patriots will bring the punt unit on. So Dakota Bursty on to punt. He'll step back to his own 28-yard line. Twin receivers for the Rebels, Burden and Tyndall. Spiraling kick near side, takes a roll, and Tyndall will get out of the way and let it take a big Patriot roll inside the 20 and down to about the 14-yard line.
Both punters are getting helping their teams out big time.
Getting good bounces.
Yeah.
7:20 to go in this first half. We remain scoreless. Rebels will start deep in their own territory, their own 14-yard line. The Rebels back on offense. South Spencer has Trey Burden wide to the near side. Kyle Olmstead and I believe Ashton Tyndall, or is that Jackson Roth wide to the far side?
Hayden Durnell.
Hayden Durnell, none of the above. They'll Fake the handoff. Kenny to throw. Fires back to Ryland Davis. And Davis gets caught for a big-time loss. Patriots were all over that. They faked the handoff to Davis, and then Kenny threw back to him on the left side, and the Patriots drop him for a big loss back inside the 10.
Brody Ford right there.
The Heritage Hills defensive line, that was a screen pass. They read that and just stopped and went right to the running back. A real good play by 55 there. Who that
I
is.
believe, is the one made it.
Was it?
Brody Ford. He went off the field.
Hunter Coley also may be in on that play. Second and very long, and Ryland Davis gets the handoff, breaks a couple of tackles, gets back out to the 10, but the ball was down around the 5-yard line on that last snap, and Davis will get 5 out of it. Now it's third down and about 15 for the Rebels deep in their own territory.
Third down, Rebels.
Let's see what Coach Damien draws up here. Probably just run it and punt it.
Roth, Burden, and Tyndall all wide to the near side. One man wide to the far. That's Olmstead, I believe. Out of the shotgun, Kenny rolls to the near side. Fires on the run. Burden the catch. Turns up the field, but runs out of real estate. Is bumped hard after he gets out of bounds, and that's going to be a personal foul penalty against Heritage Hills. The gain would not have been nearly enough for a first down, but the penalty against the Patriots will give the Rebels a first down and get them out of horrible field position.
Yeah, it's going to be a 15-yard penalty on a late hit there. I mean,
it was a late hit. It was a tiny little bump. He hit him out of bounds by about a yard. And
it was a good call, though, Michael. Good call.
And that will give the Rebels a first down.
So up to the 32-yard line for a first down for the Rebels.
He called that because he already gave up, you know what I mean?
so
It was-
Preston Coop is the call.
Yeah, it was kind of,
Just reckless.
yep.
2 wide to the far, 1 to the near. Kenny out of the shotgun, gives it on a draw. And this is Davis out into open territory, far side, cuts back up the middle across the 40 and goes down at around the 45, but a flag comes in very late.
A flag thrown deep.
And this may
Blocking it back.
be a penalty against the Rebels that brings this play back.
See, what happened was he's getting ready to block him, and the Heritage Hills kid turns, and your momentum just takes you in there, and that's a hard call. But it's the right call.
Hard not to make that
Yeah,
block.
it is.
Remains first down.
Football goes back to the 28, so they'll end up losing about 4 yards on that play. It'll be first down and 14. As we move under 6 minutes to go in this opening half. South Spencer and Heritage Hills remain scoreless on the Angelo's Pizza scoreboard.
Both teams losing significant yardage on penalties.
Trips to the near side, and Kenny rolls to the near side, looking to now tuck it and run, and steps out of bounds after crossing the 30-yard line. He'll be up just shy of the original line of scrimmage, where it'll be second down and about 11.
I think he got.
Down for the Rebels.
Did he? Yep. That's a good read by Guerin, though. He didn't have anybody open, just tuck it and got what he can.
Rolling back to the short side of the field with 3 receivers there, but Patriots had it covered. 2 wide to the far side, 1 to the near. And Kenny takes the snap, gives it to Davis, breaking tackles in the backfield, and he'll get a couple of yards before being driven back by a host of Patriots about to the 35. They'll give him the 35, where it'll be third down and about 8. But Abe, he broke some tackles that would have been no gain or a loss on the play.
Yep. And that's what Ryland will do for you. He, like I said, he's not the fastest, but he runs hard, and he's kind of tough. He's real tough bringing down.
Not the biggest guy either. 5'9", 155 pounds is what he's listed as. Out of the shotgun on third down and 7 for the Rebels. Kenny takes the snap, looks, fires quickly far side. Almost caught and then knocked away. Kyle Olmstead took a big shot as he tried to catch that football on a slant. And the Patriots hit him hard. Olmstead will pick himself up and head back into punt formation because it'll be fourth down and 7.
That's the thing I'd say about this Patriot defense. Early on in the season, especially Mount Vernon, they were missing tackles, but they weren't swarming. But the Patriots missing a few tackles initially, but making some big hits. But, man, there's 3 or 4 guys right there to finish off.
Yep.
Ryland Davis doing a great job of getting that extra yardage, but the Patriots right there to stop him.
Skylar Staples to receive this punt, starting at his own 33. Olmstead back at his own 22 to punt. High snap again. He'll pull it down, backing up a couple of yards, and gets off a boomer. Staples calls for a fair catch and makes it at the 28-yard line.
Yeah, he's got to get his hand above his head that time. That could almost been a penalty on number 9 there. He was close.
I think he wanted to catch it.
Yeah.
They want to catch him. These two guys will catch him at the last second if they can. But
like I said, he's right here. He's got to get that hand way up here. You'll get clocked here in a minute. And then
there comes a flag in very late after the game. Unsportsmanlike conduct called against South Spencer. That official calling it against one of the Patriot defensive linemen, pointed right at him. And so, nope, it'll be somebody else checking out of the ballgame. Not sure there, but silly penalty against the Rebels there. Patriots will move all the way up to the 43 now to start this.
Again, both teams giving up big yardage on penalties.
So 43-yard line is where the Patriots will start 1st and 10. Out of the flex bone, a wide receiver to each side. Camden Shipp sends Shane Staples in motion to the far side and will keep it himself, and he'll get across the 50, out in the open to the 40. There is a flag on the play. Shipp on the run, and he'll get down inside the 10-yard line, but it's all going to be coming back because the slot man in motion, Shane Staples, was going forward at the snap.
Yeah.
And that's not the first time the Patriots have done it in this game. I've seen it happen before. This is the first time the officials have called it, and I'm sure the Rebel coaching staff have been telling the official on this near sideline what they've been seeing, and he saw it this time as well, and it's going to bring that all the way back. And that's a timing thing because he's supposed to be coming up into the line to block, Michael, at the snap, but he's moving forward before that ball is snapped.
Yeah, I don't know what their timing cues are, to be honest. I've not coached in this type of offense, to be honest. So there is some sort of timing key, I'm sure, that they have. But we could see it up here. He was heading towards the line before he should have been.
So put the football back to the Patriot 38. That was a gain at Shipp all the way up to the inside the 10.
They've got to be traveling parallel or back.
Right.
Away from
they
the
can't
line.
be going
they can't
forward.
be going towards the line at all. And Skyler was going.
Sometimes those
field.
quarterbacks change their snap. They know they're going in motion. They got to let them get out, and then their snap count changes.
Now, some of these high school coaches that go exclusively out of the shotgun would love to go to Canadian rules football, but not going to happen yet. Here's a counter to the near side, and good gain on this play by Skyler Staples as he'll pick up what they lost on penalty, plus about 4 more, and make it 2nd down and about 6 or 7. Football now up at the 47.
The Rebels got to stay on their keys and just, tackle good here and finish half strong. They played a real good half so far. They just got to finish it.
Wide out to each side, flex bone backfield. Shane Staples in motion to the far side, and they give us to the fullback, and Evan Bowling pounding through tacklers, still going inside the 40 and spilled at the 38. But he met a defender right at the first down stick and just bowled him completely over backwards.
Yeah, that was Kyle Olmstead coming up there from the free safety trying to make a tackle, and I think Kyle hit him, just didn't wrap up low. Sometimes you just got to grab on what you can.
That's the worst thing in the world to see is a fullback at 245 or coming right at you as a free safety trying to come up on him. That is not a fun situation.
Schaefer wide to the far side. Weatherholt wide to the near side. Skyler Staples in motion near side. They go counter far side. Shane Staples breaks to the outside, 35-30, and dives forward out of bounds near the 20-yard line. Big run for Shane Staples, and Michael, that looked like a little problem in the backfield as the quarterback and slot back ran into each other a little bit, but Staples still able to get a big carry.
Yeah, Heritage Hills is just a little bit off, on the handoffs, on the timing. They have been all season. It's something they really need to work on and continue to get better at because it hurts them.
3:28 to go first half. South Spencer takes timeout. We're scoreless on the Angelo's Pizza scoreboard. Back after this on 103.3 The Fix Sports. Heritage Hills 1st and 10 from the South Spencer 23. Snap to Camden Ship, and he goes to the fullback. And Evan Bowling tripped up as he crosses the 20-yard line down to about the 18. Picks up about 6 on first down, 2nd and 4 for Heritage Hills. South Spencer using their first timeout, trying to get their guys a breather on defense and try to shut down this Patriot drive. On 2nd and 4, man in motion to the near side is Durham, and he'll get the call, and he'll find some running room, and he's trying to pound over defenders. Gets caught around the ankles and dropped just shy of the 10-yard line. It'll be about the 11, and that'll be good for another Heritage Hills first down, it appears.
Ashton Tyndall there with the tackle.
They'll put it back at the 12, 1st and 10 for the Patriots. Braden Furch will check back in at the fullback spot for Heritage Hills. Schaefer wide to the far side, Radigan wide, actually Weatherholt wide to the near side. Flexbone backfield. Ship has a man in motion to the near side. That is Skylar Staples, and he'll get it. Nope, it's a fake to him. And
Braden Furch.
Braden Furch down inside the 5, spilled at about the 2-yard line. He'll be very close to another first down as the Patriots, for the second time in this game, are inside the 10. They fumbled the last time down here. Now they'll have it 1st and goal at the Rebel 2, down to 2:05 to go in this first half. In short yardage, Patriots back to the wishbone. Furch, the fullback, the Staples brothers, the running backs, and it'll be Skylar Staples off the right side, digging forward, and he got it into the end zone. Touchdown, Patriots.
Touchdown for the Patriots.
So that's something the Patriots can do. They can just hammer and hammer and hammer, but they've got to hang on to the ball. And the guys, you got to like it when they're trying to get those extra yards and fighting, but you still got to tuck that ball. More than anything, you got to tuck that ball away and protect that ball.
Ethan Hill on to attempt the extra point. He's 6-6 for conversions on the season. Ship will hold. Snapback is good. Hill's kick has plenty of distance, and it is good. And with 1:46 to go in this opening half, Heritage Hills gets on the scoreboard first on the Angelo's Pizza scoreboard. It's Heritage Hills 7, South Spencer nothing, as the Patriots score on a 7-play scoring drive.
Kind of like Ethan Hill, too. That ball was not smoothly handled on the snap and the set, and he just waited and just still, boom, punched it right through. He's done that on several occasions over the years.
Rebels need to hopefully get a big return here, try to put some points on before half. So, we have the capability of doing it.
Heritage Hills will have the ball to start the second half, so Rebels really would love to do something with this final 1:46 to go in the first half. They do have 2 timeouts to work with.
So Ty Brown returned it last week from that second.
Yep. They pooched it, and he just caught it and gone.
48-yard kickoff return for a touchdown. Actually,
it was about 70 yards.
67. Yeah, I misread my own stat line there. Ethan Hill has it teed up at the 40 on the near hash. Tyndall and Burden are the 2 deep backs inside their own 10. Hill will take a 10-yard run up.
Burden and Tyndall back deep as Hill gets set to kick off.
Hill will take his approach, and he'll drive one deep into this right corner, taken by Tyndall inside the numbers. Up, breaking tackles across the 25 and spilled at the 29-yard line. Good return for Ashton Tyndall.
Takes it to the 29.
And the Rebels will have 1:40 to work with from just shy of their own 30.
6'3", 220. That is a load to take down on a kickoff return.
Yeah. Ashton has really transformed his body since his freshman year. He's done a lot of work in the weight room and growing a little bit too. So
Wide out to each side, I formation. Kenny underneath center. The sophomore takes the snap, and he'll quick pitch it near side. And this is Davis trying to get to the corner, and he'll be hammered out of bounds hard, just shy of the 35-yard line.
Davis on the carry.
Skylar Staples.
Staples on the tackle. Second down.
Clean hit inbounds, but just a very aggressive tackle. After a 5-yard pickup, second down and 5. Actually, just maybe about 5.5 yards, and it did stop the clock because he went out of bounds. No, they restart the clock.
They called him inbounds.
Went down in bounds, okay.
Yeah.
Same formation on second and a long 4, short 5. Kenny back to pass, fires a quick pop pass across the middle. Outstanding catch for Ashton Tyndall. Patriots ripping at the football, can't get it out of his grasp as Tyndall leaps in traffic and makes the catch, goes down at the 41. Outstanding hands there.
Yeah, dude. That pass scared me there for a minute.
He's made a couple fantastic catches today.
First and 10 from the 41. Kenny out of the shotgun. Fires near side and miscommunication there. Burden was going up the field and that pass behind him out of bounds.
I think Garen got a little happy feet there. He got a little rush, and he didn't. Trey hadn't even turned and looked yet, and he had thrown it.
Well, the umpire just gave the Rebels an extra yard on the spot there. Put it down at the 42 instead of the 41, so I guess on this play at least it's 2nd and 9. Kenny rolls far side, fires on the run. Caught and knocked down. That is Hayden Durnall, 6 foot, 215-pound senior, but a short gain of just a yard or two. Put it up to the 44, and Rebels will use their second timeout, stop the clock with 37.5 seconds to go here in this first half. Patriots 7, Rebels nothing. Back after this on 103.3 The Fix Sports. Third and 7 for the Rebels. Trips to the near side on a draw. It's Rylan Davis looking for running room. Breaks to the outside far side. He'll pick up the first down, but a flag comes in very late from behind the play. And it appears like this first down run will be negated on a holding penalty. The head referee throws this one down at about the 44 or 45-yard line, asking the Patriots whether they want to accept the penalty. That's a no-brainer. Clock stops with 29.8 seconds to go in the half, and this backs the Rebels up. Put it back at the 34-yard line for third down and about 17 or 18.
Well, we don't want to commit a turnover here or give up a touchdown. We're right there with them. Sometimes you need to run it and let the clock run out. Go into halftime.
Trips to the near side, one man to the far side. Kenny takes the snap and gives it on a draw again, and Davis gets a couple of yards, and then he gets hammered. Tried to break out of that tackle and could not. And the Rebels who will use this timeout? This might be the Patriots, yeah. 17.2 seconds is where the clock stops. Heritage Hills uses its second timeout. Patriots lead the Rebels 7-0 on the Angelo's Pizza scoreboard. We're back after this on 103.3 The Fix Sports. Force South Spencer to punt on 4th and about 16. Football at the Rebel 35. Patriots want a chance to return something and see if they can get some special teams magic, Michael.
Yeah, I mean, Heritage Hills very often wins games with special teams, and they think they've got a guy in Skylar Staples that can return some balls. But South Spencer has been very effective with their punt team. It's like they're going to run it.
They are going to run the football here, and they will give it out of the I formation to Rylan Davis.
Oh, face mask.
And there does come the penalty, the flag in, and we'll see whether this is the 5-yard or the 15-yarder.
Well, it ought to be the 15 because his head turned.
Clock stops now with 16 seconds to go in the half.
It's going to be close to where that's first down now.
I think it'll still be short.
Yeah, that's right. That's not an automatic first down, is it?
No.
And they call it just the 5-yard.
Unbelievable.
So it puts the football up at the 43.
His head turned sideways.
So they'll wind the clock. Heritage Hills will not use that final timeout.
That would have been a first down.
It would have, wouldn't it?
Yeah. So the final 5 seconds will run off the clock, and we'll come to halftime here on, I believe, his homecoming night in Rio, the annual Spencer County War. At halftime, it's Heritage Hills 7, South Spencer nothing. Low-scoring affair. We're back to recap this first half after this timeout. We'll come back with the Thermwood Corporation halftime report next on 103.3 The Fix Sports. Back at Fred Ayer Field in Rio, we get set to start second half action. Heritage Hills leads 7-0. Patriots will receive the second half kickoff. 3 men deep on their own 5 or 10 yard line. Skylar Staples the deepest back at his own 5, and Ashton Tyndall kicks it off, and a line drive kick taken far side. This is Clay Radigan, I believe.
Yes.
Pops out across the 35 to the 36. First time that Hayden Durnall, I should say, is kicked off in place of the injured kicker, Jackson Hadley. And a line drive kick, and a nice hands by Radigan, by the way, Michael, to pick that out of the air.
Yeah, grabbed it right out of the air. Charged straight ahead and got nailed pretty much 5 yards after he caught the ball. It was a nice hit on the coverage.
1st and 10 from their own 37 for Heritage Hills as we start the second half. Out of the flex bone, a wide receiver to each side. In motion to the far side, Shane Staples, and Camden Ship will fake it to his fullback, keep it himself off the far side, and get a yard or two before he is spilled. And it'll be 2nd and long for the Patriots. Just a gain of a yard for the quarterback on that one. As we are underway in half.
I didn't see what happened.
2.
I got caught watching the kid run off the sidelines, go grab the tee right as his play was snapped.
Yeah, it was the option. He kept the ball and only got a yard. He's got 38 yards on the night on 3 carries.
Same formation. The Staples brothers in there at slot back. It's Skylar Staples in motion to the near side. They'll fake the pitch to him, fire a screen pass far side, and it's knocked up in the air and incomplete. In and out of the hands of the intended receiver, Court Schaefer. Lucky that was not intercepted because there was a rebel in the neighborhood, and now it's 3rd and 10.
Brings up 3rd down for the Patriots.
Well, here's that 3rd down we was talking about earlier before the game started. I mean, if the Rebels can get off the field here and be good momentum going as they get the ball back.
So the Patriots will go with 2 wide to the near side, 1 to the far. Flex bone back to the near side. High snap, Ship pulls it down, looks far side, scrambles far side, stops, now comes back toward the near side, gets a good block, rolls far side, fires deep down the middle, wide open, Shane Staples at the Rebel 36. Olmsted chases, Staples swims him at the 10-yard line and will go into the end zone. Touchdown, Patriots.
62 yards. And that was basically Camden Ship. He was supposed to go to the one side, the one receiver side. There were 3 receivers on this near side, covered like a rug again, and he comes back around this side, and Shane Staples is way down the field. And Camden saw him and got it to him.
I'm not for sure Heritage Hills didn't have a few linemen downfield there.
I was looking hard. I was looking for flags.
They were 2 or 3 yards down the field. A couple of them were.
Ethan Hill to attempt the extra point. Snap a little high. Ship gets it on the tee, and Hill bangs it through. And with 10:53 to go in this third quarter, it's now Heritage Hills 14, South Spencer nothing.
Yeah, I wasn't exactly looking at the kids. I was looking at the officials. I was trying to look for flags, but there were no flags.
Go ahead.
No, I was just I don't know.
Key thing to that play was one of the linemen for Heritage Hills kind of sealed this near side. His Ship rolled to the far side to his left and then turned around to come back to the right. One of his offensive linemen was standing there waiting to pick up anybody coming at him and got a block on a Rebel defender trying to reach Ship, and that gave Ship time to get outside to this near side and find Staples by himself way down the field. And I don't know who that was, the lineman, but he made a very nice block.
Well, it's a breakdown in coverage by South Spencer because I saw the kid release. He released inside. He just ran a deep post, and he just stood down there. And we had guys running around back and forth, never even seen him. It's just, it comes back to you have an assignment. I don't know what coverage they were in, but it looked like they've been man to man actually, and they had a breakdown there. So
yeah, Camden kept acting like he was going to run, and then he's like, I can't run. Then I better run. That's the only thing. Then he pulls up and throws it all the way down the field.
Coming into the game, Ship had only thrown for 36 yards on the season. He just doubled it in that throw alone. with a 62-yard touchdown pass. Well, almost doubled it. Hill to tee it off from the left hash. And he'll drive one deep near side. He got into that one, and Tyndall will let it bounce into the end zone for a touchback. Ethan Hill got into that one, Michael.
Yeah, we've seen him kick it in the end zone before, usually line drive. That had a little bit of height to it. That was one of his best kicks ever, I think.
Yeah, doesn't he have a brother that kicks too, or they take
Austin
turns?
Hill. Ethan has been doing most of it this year, but Austin Hill is also very capable. Look, Coach Daming referring to in the pregame interview, it's not fair that you have twin kickers on your team. When a lot of teams struggle to find one good one. Rolling near side is Garen Kinney to throw. Now he'll tuck and run, makes one guy miss, steps out of bounds, and no flag coming in. There it comes. A very late hit by one of the Heritage Hills defenders
75.
after the play. He had a rebel out of bounds.
Yeah, that was a bad, but he had no idea where he was. He really thought the guy was in bounds, I think. Doesn't make it not a late hit, but I think he was completely innocent in that.
I think it caught the referee by surprise too. He just looked at him like, "Are you kidding me?"
So that would have been about a 5-yard gain for Kinney on that run. He'll get credit for the 5, and then the personal foul moves it all the way up to the 40-yard line. So 20-yard play, a 5-yard gain and a 15-yard unsportsmanlike, and the Rebels have good field position for 1st and 10 at their own 40, a wide out to each side. I formation behind the sophomore Garen Kinney. And he'll pitch near side, and this is Rylan Davis, and he gets met in the backfield. Braden Durham stacks him up and gets help from 3 or 4 teammates to drive him back for a loss of a yard. That is what's called an excellent form tackle there, Michael.
He's a sophomore. We've had a lot of the Durham boys come through. He's the 3rd one, but he's also got an older brother that was quarterback at Corydon Central several years ago. But Dad coaches for us, and he's just a very fundamental player. He's not as big as he's going to be, but right now he's a very, very effective linebacker for the Patriots.
Face mask to face mask on that tackle. Just excellent form. Out of the shotgun, Kinney wants to throw. Sets and fires far side. In and out of the hands of Kyle Olmstead. He was looking to spin to his outside, Abe, before he secured the football.
Yeah, I think he hurt some footsteps. That ball got on him quick. He just took his eye off of it and just.
Yeah, Ben Mangum was coming hard at him, right behind him.
Kinney reared back and fired that one. And
Garen's got the big, long delivery. Kind of throws like a baseball pitcher.
Olmstead will split to the far side. 3 men wide to the near side, the short side of the field. Out of the shotgun, Kinney on 3rd down and 11 from his own 39. Takes the snap, looks near side, fires a screen, and Jackson Roth has it bounce in and out of his hands. And I think that's a similar situation there, Abe.
It was.
Footsteps.
I think that was going to be a double pass there because our 3 receivers took off. Nobody.
Yeah, Trey Burden was way downfield.
Yep. Of course, Garen has, he's got to have a little touch on that right there. That's really close. How about a 5-yard pass to Jackson there, and it had a little mustard on it.
Yeah, it's a fastball.
Yeah.
So on 4th and 11, the Rebels have to punt. Olmstead drops back to his own 27. Skylar Staples, the lone returner, at his own 28. Snap is high. Olmstead has to back up to retrieve it. Nice spiraling kick far side will land at the 31, and Staples will let it take a Rebel roll past him to the 24-yard line. So 1 first down for the Rebels before their drive stalls out shy of midfield, and Heritage Hills will start this drive outside or just inside their own 25. 9:49 to go in this 3rd quarter on the Angelo's Pizza scoreboard. It's Heritage Hills 14, South Spencer nothing, as the Patriot offense goes back to work.
Yeah, good stand there defensively for Heritage Hills. Now see if they can control the line of scrimmage.
On 1st and 10, Clay Radigan will split wide to the near side. Court Schaefer wide to the far, flexbone backfield. Skylar Staples in motion to the near side. They'll fake the pitch to him, come back on an inside reverse to the far side to Shane Staples, and Shane will pick and choose his way through for about 3 yards, maybe 4, out to the 27. 2nd down and about 6 or 7 coming up.
He's tackled by Todd Brown and James Vaughn there.
Vaughn and Brown on the tackle.
Ty Brown continues to impress. Just a freshman out there, and he has made a big impact already in the first 4 games of his high school career. Shane Staples in motion to the far side. The give is to the fullback, Evan Bowling. Bowling was in the process of bowling somebody over and breaking out of a tackle, and somebody, Ashton Tyndall maybe, came up and leveled him to shut that off. It's 3rd down and 3 after a pickup of 4.
Yeah, that's the way you're going to tackle Evan. You got to, one guy's got to grab hold and everybody else got to jump on, get him down. Big play right here for the Rebels. Get off the field here.
3rd down and 3 from the 32. Need just shy of the 35 for a 4th down. Out of the wishbone, they'll fake the handoff. Shift to throw. Fires deep near side, has Radigan out there, makes the catch at the 43. Down this near sideline in Rebel territory and finally wrapped up and dropped at the 24-yard line. The defensive back there spun around a couple of times. That was Dawson Rogers, the 6-foot sophomore in coverage, and he got spun around and couldn't find the football.
Yeah, Dawson got caught looking in the backfield, and that comes back to you got your assignment, you just got to stay with it. And then I think if he'd have found the football, he could have knocked that ball down, but it was a good pass by the quarterback.
About 45 yards.
The Patriots in Rebel territory at the 24 for 1st and 10. Wide out to each side, flexbone backfield. Shane Staples in motion to the far side. Pitch it to him, gets a good block from his brother, turns it upfield, 15, 10, still going down that far sideline, and he'll dive into the end zone. Touchdown, Patriots.
Staples on the carry.
Skylar Staples didn't try to turn and pin the guy in. He just bowled him over to the ground and gave Shane Staples, his twin brother, a great lane to run through.
Yes, he did. And he got another block downfield, to be honest. He got 2 blocks on that play. And his brother, Shane, just not to be denied.
So Shane Staples with a touchdown receiving and a touchdown rushing tonight. By the way, his touchdown reception was his first of the season, his 3rd rushing touchdown. Ethan Hill attempts the extra point. He bangs it through. And with 8:08 to go in this 3rd quarter, Heritage Hills has opened it up with some big plays. And they now lead at 21-0 over South Spencer on the Angelo's Pizza scoreboard. And, this was absolutely what the Patriots wanted to start the second half, and nothing what the Rebels wanted.
It's been on two third down passes. I mean, you got to keep, Heritage Hills ain't, they're known to run the football, and you can't get caught looking in the backfield, and 2 big plays right there.
107 yards in the air. Is that more than we have had the whole season?
By about a 4 or 5 fold, 36. Well, Rickelman had that pass too, so maybe double.
They don't have that on here. Rickelman's pass.
Those aren't my stats.
Okay, Ryan.
Get that off Max Press. I didn't use.
Okay. So what do we have?
4-play scoring drive that time for Heritage Hills after a 3-play scoring drive on their first drive of the second half. 62-yard touchdown pass on the first drive. This drive had a big 3rd down conversion to set up the 24-yard touchdown run for Shane Staples. And it's 21-0 Heritage Hills, 8:08 to go in this 3rd quarter. And Rebel offense has to do something here to try to stem the tide, Abe.
Yeah, we need a big return here and then come out and, establish the run a little bit. Just try to, work on your run and, don't come out, probably come out chucking it and,
Tyndall and Burton back deep at around their own 5-yard line. Hill will take his 10-yard run up. Drives one deep near side again. Tyndall will take it at the 4. Near side 10. 15, and gets hit hard and dropped right at the 20-yard line. Tried to go low, and the Patriot defender stayed low with him, and Tyndall shaken up after getting tackled hard.
That was Chew.
Brendan Chew.
Brendan Chew.
Yeah, it's going to be hard to get lower than Brendan Chew. He's 5'4" on the program.
And fearless.
Yeah.
That guy will go after anything. 6'3", 220-pound back with a head of steam is what he went after that time.
So Tyndall still on the ground, being attended to by his head coach, Jeff Daming and the Rebel training staff. 21-0 here in this third quarter. Heritage Hills leading South Spencer in the annual Spencer County War Ball game, or as they're calling it now, and it's a sponsored thing, the Battle of the County now.
I think Tyndall probably got a helmet to the shin there.
Oh, yeah. That's what it looks like.
8:03 to go in this third quarter. Yeah. Not much padding there, is there?
No.
Both of these teams will be at home next Friday. Rebels at home against the Princeton Tigers. Patriots at home with the North Posey Vikings.
Both will play. Having a good year. A little in trouble today, it looks like.
Both playing out of division conference opponents.
He'll throw it more than we will. Bender, he's a pretty good left-hander.
So 8:03 to go in this third quarter. Tyndall still being attended to on the field. 21-0 Heritage Hills. We'll take a break. We're back after this on 103.3 The Fix Sports. Ashton Tyndall being helped to his feet, and he's going to need some assistance getting off the field. And it's a guy the Rebels will miss if he's not able to continue tonight, Abe, because he makes a big, big impact on both sides of the football.
Absolutely. He's a big go-to receiver, and he's one of our linebackers that we move from defensive line to linebacker. He's all over the field for us.
And he's being helped off by a couple of teammates, not putting much weight at all on that left leg as they help him off the field. And we certainly hope that's not serious for Ashton. But Rebels will go back to work on offense, 1st and 10 from their own 20 after Tyndall's kick return. Garen Kinney leads his offense onto the field. 2 wide receivers split to the near side, 1 to the far. That is Olmstead. Burden and Roth, the wide receivers, to the near side. Davis, the running back, to the right of his quarterback, and Kinney will roll far side. Fires on the run. Caught by Hayden Durnall out of the backfield, and Durnall tried to break tackles, still on his feet, finally gang tackled down after about a 3 or 4 yard pickup. Durnall refusing to go to the turf.
Yeah, he's a big guy too. South Spencer's got some big receivers out there.
The football out to the 23, 2nd down and 7. And Roth and Burden split to the near side. Durnall also to the near side. And they'll give it on a draw. Davis going far side. Will get a couple of yards before he is wrapped up. And that is Braden Durham again, who got off his block and caught Davis from behind at about the 26. After another 3 yard pickup, it's 3rd down and 4.
Yeah, Braden's having a great game offensively pretty well. This is the first time he started both ways, but defensively he's really asserting himself. Leads the team in tackles.
So Rebels with 3rd down and 4 from their own 26. Need the 30 for a 1st down. Same formation with 3 wide to the near side. Olmstead by himself to the far side. Davis to the left of his quarterback. Durnall in motion across formation. And Kinney will roll to the near side. Guerin looks. Fires on the run to the near sideline. Caught. Jackson Roth sliding catch up at the 39-yard line. Brendan Chu and Dakota Bursty in coverage, but nice catch by Roth and a nice throw by Kinney, and the Rebels have a 1st down.
Yeah, Garen rolling out there, he worked getting the shoulders turned. He put a little more on that football there.
Yeah, that's tough. That's a skill to be learned. Throwing the ball is one thing. Throwing the ball on the run is another thing. Throwing the ball on the run to your weak side is a completely different thing.
They'll fake a handoff on a jet sweep and give it up the middle to Davis, and he'll pound across the 40 and out to about the 43 or 44 before he is stopped. That'll be about a 5-yard pickup for Ryland Davis, and the Rebels get a good 1st down play, and it makes such a big difference no matter what kind of offense you run. When you can get a good gain on 1st down, it makes life so much easier.
Yeah, it definitely helps your play calling. Rebels need to keep putting 1st downs together and try to put in the end zone. Still a lot of time to go in the ball game.
5:45 to go in this 3rd quarter. Kenny will roll far side out of the shotgun. Fire far side. Caught. Olmstead leaps, makes the catch. Takes a big hit from Braden Furch and hangs on to the football, shy of the first down. Football up at the 48 where it'll be 3rd down and 2.
Yeah, Braden Furch got a big hit there.
Ball halfway between the 48 and 49. 3rd down and yard and a half.
One's Braden, and one's Braden, and then Brendan. So we got 3 of those guys. Hard to remember.
Kenny will roll to the near side out of the shotgun this time. Looks, fires on the run. Nice job knocking that one away. Brendan Chu diving in front of the intended receiver, Trey Burden, at the Patriot 47-yard line. And now it's 4th and 2 and a decision here for the Rebels. Down 21-0. Probably a spot where you have to go for it shy of midfield. But
that's
we shall
a really
see.
good play there by Brendan Chu to
Yeah.
completely lay out and just get his fingertip on the ball to knock it away from the receiver.
We're going to punt it.
Yep. 4th down and about 2 yards to go for the Rebels from just shy of midfield. Skylar Staples will drop deep to about his own 18-yard line. Olmsted back to his own 36. And now the Rebels will use their first time out of this 3rd quarter. 4:56 to go in the 3rd. 21-0 Heritage Hills leads on the Angelo's Pizza scoreboard. We're back after this on 103.3 The Fix Sports. Line up in punt formation on 4th and 2 from their own 48.
Yeah.
We'll see whether they try to fake something here or go ahead and have Olmsted punt it. He'll roll to the near side, looking to run the football, and he'll get hammered and fumble the football, and it's picked up. They're going to say that he was down. Wow. Ross Temple picked that football up and was trying to run with it.
Wow, he scooped that up with his fingertips off the tips of the grass and was going to go all the way for the score, but they blew it dead.
So Olmsted tried to run it on the fake punt, and he got who hit him that just hammered him at the 40. No gain.
I don't know. I don't know who made that hit, but that was a fantastic hit.
So Heritage Hills will start at the South Spencer 48.
I am very impressed with the Patriot defense and their swarming ability tonight. They haven't shown that a whole lot this whole season, but tonight I think that the coaches must have made that a coaching point over the week because the Patriots are flying to the ball.
Shane Staples in motion. They'll come back to the near side. Skylar Staples hit hard as he tries to turn into a hole, and he'll get stopped for a loss of a yard on the play. Kyle Olmsted making the stop for the Rebels that time, coming up from his cornerback or safety spot. Loss of a yard, almost 2, back to the 50, 2nd down and long for the Patriots.
I'd like to see Skylar keep his face mask up more. He drops that head a lot. He takes a lot of hits on the back of the head. He needs to keep that face mask up.
3 wide receivers out, back to pass. Ship out of the shotgun, fires deep far side, and that ball is almost caught, almost intercepted. Kyle Olmsted was back there, actually Trey Burton, thinking he was going to have an easy pick, and the intended receiver, who may have been, was it Jesse Weatherholt, streaked in front of him and almost caught it. Or was that, no, it was Clay Radigan.
Yeah, Clay Radigan. I probably should have had that for a touchdown, really.
Yeah, our Trey was just waiting for it to come down. He got to go attack that ball. Go make a play on it.
The end of the play, it ends up being 3rd down and about 11.5 yards to go after the incomplete pass.
Yeah, we dodged a bullet there.
Yeah, it's a pretty ball.
5 wide receivers, empty backfield for Ship out of the shotgun. Fires a screen near side, Furch the catch. Stiff arms a man, and a great shoestring tackle over there by Kyle Batson, 5'8 junior. Got Furch. He was the man that was stiff armed, but reached out and got him by the shoestring and got him after a gain of a couple up to the 47, and the Patriots will be forced to punt it back.
Yeah, that was a good play by Kyle. He read that really well and come up and made a tackle.
So Dakota Bursty back to punt for the 2nd time tonight, stands at his own 40. 1 deep back for the Rebels, and Bursty a line drive spiral. Rebels will let it bounce. It checks up, rolls to the goal line, and does cross in for the touchback. Bursty almost got one to check up for him there.
Yeah.
But the Rebels will get it at their own 20.
They're not pretty balls. It was a spiral, but it was a little wobbly, but it went down the field and it didn't get very high. But he's been effective for the Patriots. He's switched field position for him a few times this season.
You know, you watch enough college football these days, and you see all the rugby-style kickers, and you realize you don't have to punt a pretty football to be effective with it anymore.
No.
Not that you ever did. Rebels first and 10 from their own 20. 3:22 to go in this third quarter. It's 21-0 Heritage Hills on the Angelo's Pizza scoreboard. Garen Kinney will run an inside shovel pitch. That is taken by, let's see,
Several pass to Roth.
Jackson Roth, and he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and maybe a short gain of a yard. It'll be 2nd down and 9. And on a forward pass there, that little shovel pass. 2nd and long for the Rebels. Olmsted and Kinney come over to head coach Jeff Daming for a play here. They'll have to hustle a bit. They'll break the huddle with 12 on the play clock. 2 wide receivers to the near side, 1 to the far, and the give is to the tailback Rylan Davis. And he'll get another yard or so. Are there any flags on the play? Because not every Rebel was set on that. The tight end on the far side was not set.
Yeah, I was wondering about that. I didn't see any out there either.
So another gain of 2. Was that James Vaughn, I guess, that got the call there for the fullback. And 3rd down and call it 7 for the Rebels. 2:18 to go in this third quarter.
Braden Durham flying in there again on kind of a little run blitz. I'm not sure if they gave him the tackle, but he had the first hit in the backfield.
4 wide receivers, 2 to each side. Kenny out of the shotgun on 3rd down and along 7. Takes the snap, looks far side, floats a screen out there and overthrows James Vaughn. He doesn't go pick it up. Patriots do Ross Temple, but it is ruled an incomplete pass, and that was very close to being a lateral.
He could not have advanced that, could he? On a lateral
that?
like that? If that was a
If
lateral.
it's a fumble, absolutely could have picked up and ran for touchdown.
Though.
Yeah.
He could have?
Yeah. Yep.
Ross Temple has
That's a fumble. I mean, if it looked like a fumble to me. I mean, just turning through it backwards to me, it looked like. But
we don't have the greatest angle, but
No.
yeah, it did. It looked very close to being a lateral. The officials blew it dead, and Olmsted will step back to his own 10-yard line to punt it. Skylar Staples at his own 44. Big booming punt again, line drive taken by Staples at the 37. Gets a couple of blocks, breaks to the near side 50, 45, and dragged down at the Rebel 40-yard line.
Flag.
We have a flag on the play.
I don't think.
Back at the Patriot 39.
Wow.
Against the Patriots.
I think it was holding the outside guy running down there. And
So Patriots would have had outstanding field position. They will now
flags.
be backed up.
Yeah, one there and one there.
I guess he called blocking the back, right? I don't know about that.
Yeah, all right, so they will call the illegal block in the back.
Yeah.
I thought that was a pretty good block here.
I did too.
You can see that one.
So it puts the football back at the 29 for Heritage Hills. 1st and 10 in their own territory with 1:47 to go in this third quarter. Patriots continue to lead 21-0 on the Angelo's Pizza scoreboard over South Spencer. It was a 7-0 game at halftime, but Patriots have scored on some very quick drives in this third quarter. Out of the flex bone, a wide receiver to the far side. Shane Staples in motion to the far side, and they'll give it to the fullback up the middle, and Braden Furch, or Brendan Chu gets a couple of yards. Like Chu had a chance for a quick cutback in that hole, Michael, and either that or I'm not going to admit that I know what they're taught to do there, but it looked like he had a chance to cut back for some yardage. Same formation on 2nd down and 7, and they'll fake the dive to the fullback. Ship will keep it. He'll get out to the 35 where the Rebels stack him up and drive him back.
Has Evan Bowling been in it?
Not a whole lot. They've been, they don't play him every down on offense or defense, so they give him some rests, which I think helps him.
Yeah.
I think it's a good idea for the Patriots to do.
I just don't remember him being out there the second half playing fullback.
3rd down and 4 for the Patriots after that gain for Ship. And Ashton Tyndall, by the way, on the cart heading off the field after his injury. Little pop pass on this 3rd down play, and Hayden Durnall reaches up and slaps that ball to the ground. Incomplete pass, and the Patriots will be forced to punt. Gurnall had a chance to get his mitts on that one, but elected just to knock it down. So after Shane Staples' 24-yard touchdown run, neither offense able to get anything going. We had a fake punt, turnover on downs, and now this will be our third straight punt, and off the side of the foot for Bursty. It'll hit at the 35 and skip out of bounds.
I'd like to see South Spencer put 2 kids back there and try to go and catch that ball. That way, fair catch that and get better field position there.
Yeah, the Patriots haven't been doing. Patriots are taught to catch that ball and don't let it touch the ground. But a couple of times tonight we've let it go.
Mm-hmm.
Rebels have shown on film this year with Olmsted to do that sprint out rugby style punt, and give him the option of running it. And I think the Patriots are worried about that and why they're only dropping 1 back in punt receive. Out of the I formation, the give is to the fullback. And Hayden Durnall gets planted on the top of his head by Clay Radigan. After he was driven sideways, Durnall will get a short gain of a yard or so, second down and long. And right now, both teams getting pretty stingy against the other team running up the middle on him.
Yeah, Clay Radigan's not a big guy, 180 pounds to play defensive end, but he's been pretty effective there.
We've come to the end of the third quarter at Fred Ayer Field in Rio on the Angelo's Pizza scoreboard. It is Heritage Hills 21, South Spencer nothing. Back for the fourth after this on 103.3 The Fix Sports. Michael Cruz and Abe Bartlett. I'm Steve Kolb. Welcome back to Fred Ayer Field in Rio. Through 3 quarters, Heritage Hills leading South Spencer 21-0. Patriots with a couple of scores in the third quarter to open this up a little bit to a 3-touchdown lead. Rebels looking at second down and 8 from their own 34-yard line, call it. Rebels with 2 wide receivers to the near side, 1 to the far. Twin protectors around Garen Kinney, and he'll fake a couple of handoffs. Busted play there, and Kinney gets taken down hard for a sack back at the 25.
Jesse Weatherholt, big, strong sophomore.
It's got to be the loneliest feeling in football when you turn to hand off to a guy and there's nobody home, and that's what happened to the sophomore Garen Kinney. He may have turned the wrong way or somebody went the wrong way, but he turned to his right to hand off, and there was nobody home. So loss of about 7 or 8, third down and very long for the Rebels. Out of the shotgun, Kinney will roll to the near side, looks to throw, fires on the run. That is caught up at the 32-yard line.
Dropped.
No, in and out of the hands of Kyle Olmsted. Yep, had it for a while, could not hang on. And it'll be 4th down and long, and the Rebels will be forced to punt it back. This will be the 4th straight 3-and-out from these 2 teams.
That's really a nice pass, though.
Mm-hmm. It's right there on the money. You just got to catch that ball and tuck it away.
And what you see, Abe, or what I see out of Garen is he is fast, and as he gets more mature physically over the next couple of years, he's going to have the ability to tuck that ball and run. He's going to scare some defenses with his ability to run as he gets older.
Yeah, Coach Damien's going to have a choice to make here next year. Everybody's healthy. And
Olmsted to punt, and he'll get one that way. Another high end-over-end sidewinding kick. Fair catch called for and made by Skylar Staples at his own 41.
We got to do a little better job getting those gunners slowed down on the outside there. But he's doing a great job punting, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
The punts are high enough to where the coverage can get down there, but Patriots not doing a great job slowing those initial defenders down to give the punt returners a chance to catch it and run.
Well, he did a good job coming up and catching that ball, and that's what I was trying to relay walk. Oh, that's what the South Spencer kids got to do. I mean, if that ball hit, they could have rolled another 30 yards. You're back inside your 20.
Patriots will start from their own 41-yard line. Flexbone backfield. Shane Staples in motion to the near side. Pitch to him. Looking to turn the corner. 40, 45. Trying to bowl over Trey Burton. Stays in bound and is dragged down at the 49-yard line by Addison Barnett, 6 foot, 240-pound junior. But Shane Staples will get about an 7-yard, call it 8-yard gain, second down and 2.
And his brother's out there blocking like crazy for him. Made a couple nice blocks again.
Rylan Davis Little banged up after that play, trying to get something stretched out. He'll stay in the game. Radigan splits to the far side for the Patriots. Tied into the far side, flexbone backfield. Ship steps underneath center. Takes the snap, fakes to his fullback, gives to Skylar Staples, and Hayden Durnall meets him in the hole and drives him backwards. They'll give Skylar Staples the 50, a gain of 1, and it's 3rd down and 1.
On the tackle, 3rd down, Patriots.
This is kind of back, it's been a little lopsided over the last number of years, but this is back to, when I first started doing Heritage Hills and South Spencer football 15, 20 years ago. This is how these teams played back then. They just hammered at each other all night long. Big hits, and that's what we're seeing in this. I mean, a lot of these hits are in the trenches, but these guys are just pounding on each other out there. On 3rd and 1, Ship in play action to throw. Fires far side. Radigan cannot get there, just over and out of his extended reach. Coverage on the play for Ryland Davis, and it's 4th down and 1, and maybe a chance to go for it here if you're Heritage Hills. And I would think, especially since they passed on 3rd and 1, that they'll likely go for it on 4th down.
Yeah, I agree. I think they'll go for it. But yeah, that's kind of the evolution of the Patriot passing game. That was really close, and that was a nice play action pass there, and I think it caught South Spencer off guard just a little bit.
So back to the wishbone on 4th and 1. Furch, the fullback. The Staples brothers are the running backs. Ship will take the snap, and he'll go to Skylar Staples, and he finds a huge hole, 40, and he'll outrun everybody to the 30, the 20, 10, 5, touchdown Patriots. And how many times do you see that in the game of football? Everybody creeps up on a 4th and 1. You get a good block at the point of attack, and you get an angle on everybody else that's sucked up too far, and the running back is just off to the races. It happens way more than you would ever expect it to.
Yeah, if you could punch through that initial line of scrimmage, then there's really nobody there to stop you, and that's kind of what happened there.
50-yard touchdown run for Skylar Staples. 8:47 to go in this 4th quarter. Ethan Hill on to attempt the extra point. Snap back to Ship is good. Kick has plenty of distance, and it is good. And with 8:47 to go, Heritage Hills extends its lead. It's now Patriots 28, Rebels nothing on the Angelo's Pizza scoreboard. The right side of the Heritage Hills offensive line did the job there. They gave Skylar Staples a clean hole, and he was able to burst through there before the 2nd and 3rd levels could react, as everybody for the Rebels had sucked up to try to stop that 4th and 1. And before you know it, you're the defense, you're turning and chasing. And you see it at all levels of football when you go on at times when you go for it on 4th and 1. The defense.
Both of the Staples boys have opportunities to make big plays. They have that ability, but you see right there where Skylar, once he got out there, boy, nobody was going to catch him. He was able to stride out and leave some guys behind. So Shane's kind of the same way. Shane's just a little bit smaller, but he's a little feistier than Skylar, but they've both made some very big plays tonight.
Ethan Hill to kick it away from the 40, has it on the right hash mark. A football game that's been much more competitive than that 28-0 score might indicate, although Heritage Hill starting to exert its will with some big plays in the second half.
Yeah, the big 3rd down play right starting the second half just took the air out of the Rebels.
Rebels have a new returner back there along with Trey Burden, trying to figure out who that is.
Brown.
Ty Brown back there. Line drive kick to Brown. The freshman will take it from the 3. Cuts to the near side, 15. Sidesteps a couple of guys to the 20 and goes down around the 22. He is so impressive for a freshman how shifty he is running the football.
Yeah, he's very talented. Just, I'd like to see him get on the field a little bit more, but, I'm not down there coaching, so. But he's really going to be, next 3 years, he's going to be pretty good.
So the Rebels will start at their own 22-yard line, 1st and 10, with 8:39 to go in this one, trailing 28-0 on the Angelo's Pizza scoreboard. Rebels with 2 wide receivers to the near and 1 to the far. I formation behind the quarterback, Garen Kinney, who turns and hands it to his tailback, and Ryland Davis will get back to the line of scrimmage and maybe a yard off the right side of his offensive line. Second down and about 9 coming up.
He's a tough kid to come out there at 155, carry the ball as many times as he can, and as he has been, and also playing defense the entire time. And I'm sure he's on special teams too. That's not an easy thing to ask guys to do, but every Friday night there's 8 or 9 guys out on the field doing it.
4 wide receivers this time, 2 to each side. Kenny out of the shotgun, Davis to his right. Kenny rolls right, looks, fires, has a man open. Olmsted the catch, makes a man miss, turns up 30 and fights his way up to the 34-yard line, and that second effort will be good enough for a Rebel first down. Nice move by Kyle Olmsted back to the middle of the field a little bit, back closer to the numbers, and picks up a first down.
Braden Durham again flying down the field to finish off that tackle.
Going back to Ryland, I mean, Ryland's doing that with no lead blocker too, you know. I mean, he's taking some hits.
Yeah, he's a single backfield guy.
Yeah.
4 wide this time out of the shotgun on 1st and 10. Kenny, look back to pass, looks, fires a screen out here, caught by Davis, looking for room to run. Turns up to about the 34 and will get stood up right there. May not have gotten back to the line of scrimmage. May have lost a yard. Kenny had to put a little bit of air into that to get it out there over the defensive line, defensive end, and by doing so, that gave the Patriot defense a chance to swarm and get out there and stop Davis for a loss of a yard. Olmsted wide to the near side. Roth to the far side. Twin backs. Actually, a kind of like a full house backfield there out of the shotgun. And the give is to Davis again, and he gets hammered hard in the hole.
Initially hit by Ross Temple.
Gabe Falkenberg might have been in there too. Big 75 on that one.
The quickness of the Heritage Hills defensive line is starting to show a little bit here. Our guys are playing both ways, and they're starting to run out of gas a little bit, so they're able to hit the gaps a little bit harder and not get pushed down. So
Heritage Hills doing a little better job platooning. I don't know how much those linemen get platooned though. There's a lot of them that go both ways.
On 3rd and 10 after a gain of a yard, it's Kenny rolling near side, fires near side, and that is caught. Court Schaefer all over the back of the receiver. The flag does fly. The catch was going to be just shy of a first down for Kyle Olmsted, and he is shaken up on the play. As he initially grabbed at one of his legs, but Schaefer got their account early for the pass interference. Great concentration by Olmsted to haul that pass in. It was about an 8 or 9 yard completion, but the personal foul will give the Rebels a first down. But another very important piece for the Rebels is down and injured. So the Rebel trainer from Owensboro Sports Medicine and Orthopedics taking a look at Kyle. He's sitting up at the 42-yard line. His head coach, Jeff Daming, out to look. 6:03 to go in the third.
the Rebels took the penalty, pass interference. So it'll be first down and from the 50.
And Olmsted will be carried off by his head coach. You think Coach Daming is in the weight room a little bit?
That's Coach Demmett there.
Oh, that was Coach Demmett. I didn't know paying attention.
I was fixed to say that's not Coach Daming. He's not in. He's in the weight room, but he's not lifting. Now Coach Demmett, he's probably been lifting with them.
Probably so. So Olmsted has to check out, and two top receivers for the Rebels are now out of this ball game with injuries, with Ashton Tyndall and now Kyle Olmsted. 1st and 10 after the penalty for South Spencer from midfield. Trips to the near side, one man wide to the far. Tristan McDermott in there at a receiver right now. Kenny rolling near side, sets and fires deep down this near sideline, and that ball is almost intercepted. Trey Burton, the intended receiver, but there were two Patriot defenders, Skylar Staples and Court Schaefer, both there, and either one had a chance to intercept that, and neither one able to pull it in.
Ross Temple and Dawson Begley both right there defensively for the Patriots. Almost able to get a sack, but not quite, but certainly affected the throw.
Kenny had that one wobble on him as he tried to load up for the home run ball, and it just floated out there. McDermott splits wide to the near side. Roth, Durnall, and Burden all wide to the far side. Burden comes in motion to the near side, and the Rebels jump offside. A couple of offensive linemen got a head start, so it'll be second down and 15 back at the 45 for the Rebels. 5:52 to go in this fourth quarter. Patriots lead 28-0. Same formation for the Rebels on 2nd and 15. Kenny looks over the defense. Patriots with everybody up within 5 yards of the football, and another flag flies. This one will be a false start against the Rebels, so now 2nd and 20.
They're getting fatigued a little bit, and that stuff happens as you're, get down towards the end of the game, and that's that's going to be something they got to improve on as the season goes along. Just better conditioning and stuff like that. It just hurts you.
I think they're not hearing their quarterback very well. When they got that first penalty, they kind of got after him a little bit.
So back to the I formation this time with 3 wide receivers, and they'll give it on a reverse far side, and Trey Burden looks like he has a little bit of running room trying to make a man miss and cannot. Clay Radigan gets off his block and gets Burden down after just about a 3-yard gain. It'll be third down and about 17. The play looked like it was going to be pretty promising for the Rebels, Abe, but it was shut down in a hurry.
It was there. It was wide open. We just I'm not sure who the outside receiver is. Didn't do a very good job of stock blocking, and Trey's got to run hard. He gets up there and he pitter patters, and just doesn't run hard. Just sometimes you got to just kick it in and go.
Dakota Bursty in on that tackle too. He did a nice job.
3rd and 18, and Kenny mishandles the snap, picks it up on a friendly bounce, rolls to the near side toward the sideline, and he's just going to be tackled out of bounds for
Ross
a big
Temple,
loss.
Again, we've been hollering about Ross Temple all night.
Ross has been in a lot of tackles. I don't know how many he's got, but 78 has been everywhere tonight.
And chasing, if he's not making a tackle, he's chasing, and he picked 3 balls up, tried to run him back for touchdowns.
I was just going to say that. He's picked 3 balls up, and he hasn't got the call yet.
He's going to get one before the season's over if he keeps that hustle up.
And he just practically destroyed the Rebel training table down there on the sideline. He banged hard into that as he slid out of bounds. Back to punt, and Rebels have a new punter in there. Is this Brown?
Yeah, it's Ty.
Standing back at his own 23, and he'll punt one out of there. And a big, beautiful spiral. Staples muffs it. Skyler picks it up at his own 25, breaks a tackle, and that gunner that almost got him is now hurt for the Rebels, and Staples goes down at the
Dawson
25. Rogers tried to.
Let's hope it's not his shoulder again.
Yeah, he's up and holding his arm as he'll come off the field.
Boy, that's not good.
Rebels starting to really fall to injuries in this second half. 4:24 to go. Heritage Hills will take back over 1st and 10. Skyler Staples just took his eyes off that punt and had to go right through his hands, but he was able to retrieve it and get back to the 25.
He had a chance for a return on that one. That punt out-punted the coverage there.
Yeah. I think Dawson, that's a shoulder he had fixed in the offseason.
So Patriots 1st and 10 from their own 25 with 4:24 to go in this one. Wide receiver to each side, flex bone backfield, and a whistle and a delay of game penalty coming up here.
Delay of game against the
Patriots didn't get this one.
5 yards, repeat first down.
Hunter Meredith, a freshman in the ball game, number 32.
Okay.
Hearing great things about him.
Yeah, he's had some highlight reel plays in JV game and freshman game. They'll pitch far side.
Look at him.
And that is Meredith, and he is off to the races. 40, 45, cuts inside of the man to the 50, still going inside the 40 and down around the 32, 31-yard line. What a run for Hunter Meredith. And showing off some big-time wheels, Michael.
Yeah, 59-yard run there, and he got around the corner and just let loose. Wow.
Well, there is a lot of talent at the younger levels in the Heritage Hills football program. There's a lot of talent in the 8th grade and 7th grade units as well, and Meredith showing off some of the talent at the freshman level.
Yeah, if he's doing that in the freshman game, he's scoring a lot of touchdowns.
He'll go in motion to the far side again, and they'll give it to the fullback. And this is Braden Furch. Gets inside the 25 and pounded forward for a tackle, and he comes up gimpy a little bit around the 21-yard line. But that's another first down run for Bursty as he picks up just more than 10 yards. Furch will check out.
Yeah, I mean, that's another good-looking kid there. Just a junior, but he's really transformed himself lately as well.
Bowling back in at fullback. Man in motion to the near side is Brendan Shue. Gets the pitch. Breaks a tackle in the backfield. Turns it up inside the 20 to about the 18 before he is knocked down.
Rylan Davis there with the first contact come up, and Dylan Kennedy finished him off.
Under 3 minutes to go in this one. 28-0 Heritage Hills on the Angelo's Pizza School board. Patriots running clock, and some of those second unit guys looking to get a score of their own. Wide out to each side. Weatherholt wide to the near side. Another wide receiver to the far side. Ship taking the play clock down, takes the snap and gives it to a fullback, and that may have been, was that Chu running out of the fullback spot that time? It was, and he'll get a couple to the 15. 3rd down and 5 for the Patriots as we hit 2 minutes, 20 seconds to go.
Yeah, Patriots taking their time. Hey, Coach is reluctant to take Camden Ship out of the game because he wants him to get practice. He needs him to be out there and get plays and get reps.
Braden Durham in motion far side. Gets the pitch. It was a little behind him. Had a little trouble hanging on to it, and he'll get a minimal gain out of that, maybe a yard. 4th down coming up, and we may have a field goal attempt coming up here. As Ethan Hill brings a kicking tee onto the field. He'll set it down at the 22-yard line, 21-yard line. 21-yard line from the right hash. 31-yard field goal attempt. Snap back is good. Kick is a line drive effort. It has plenty of distance, but it was no good. He hooked it to the left. Jackson Roth came flying in there. He may have affected that because he almost got that blocked.
Yeah, I think so. I think he was trying to get it away from the guy that almost blocked it. Still had a lot of oomph on it, but didn't get it through the uprights.
So with 1:15 to go, Rebels will take over 1st and 10 at their own 20. So Patriots trying to get themselves rounded into form before the really meat of their schedule picks up here starting next week when they've got North Posey, who throws the ball a ton, coming in, and then at Gibson Southern, and then 2 weeks after that at home with Southridge. So Patriots trying to get themselves rounded into form. South Spencer, their schedule gets a little manageable here in the middle to late part of the regular season, but they've got to find a way to get healthy. A lot of guys injured in the second half. Out of the I formation, and Kennedy will give it off to Hayden Durnall, and he spins through a tackle, gets out to about the 22, maybe the 23, before he's driven back. So the Rebels have to take at least one more snap. The Rebels will be home with Princeton, then go to Forest Park. Rangers haven't been as strong in the early going as they have been the last couple of seasons. And then home with Southridge, at North Harrison, and at Tell City to round up the regular season. Late subs in on defense for the Patriots. I formation again, and it'll be Davis one more time out of the tailback spot. Hammered hard right at the line of scrimmage. Very little gain on that play. Gabe Falkenberg one more time with the stop. Down to 20 seconds to go. Rebels don't have to run another play if they do not want to. The game clock will expire before the play clock. Kennedy will jog in with a play, so maybe they will run one more play. I don't know. Nope, they're going to stay in the huddle. Patriots will jog off the field, and that'll be it here at Fred Ayer Field in Rio. Your final score on the Angelo's Pizza scoreboard: Heritage Hills 28, South Spencer nothing. Patriots improve to 3-1. Rebels fall to 1-3.